Hello fellow lovely pyretics. I have not made a video every month. And well, that was not such a practical promise of me. I guess I'm an idiot. The thing is, I don't have something relevant to say every month. But in the couple months that I haven't made a video, I've made some realizations. And today I'd like to share one of them that I have discovered. And has been very useful to me. And perhaps you can get something out of it as well. So, what I've mentioned in the previous videos, that I would often notice when I was making progress, that the progress was never staying. Every time, after a couple days later, or perhaps I could even hold it up to a week, it would disappear. I would go back to where I came from, or it would even get worse. And I was never able to understand why this was happening. But now I finally do understand. So what I would do when I went to a toilet is, if I was not able to pee, I would force myself to pee, which led to an increased stress and anxiety in me, an increased tension, which resulted in making the urination become even more difficult. And what my tactic with that was that I would wait there until the anxiety and stress become so bad that eventually they peaked and disappeared. And then I was able to pee. But the result of that is that even when I peed in that case, there would be a tension that remained in my body for sometimes even days. And if I was able to pee immediately, then I could have like pressure caused by performance, which also had a resulting tension. But then there was also the positive case, in which for some reason I felt really positive and toilets kept going well, and I did not have to force myself at all. But then when I was not able to pee at some more difficult toilet, I would go back where I came from because of the density. So what the density would do is that, because of the density, all of the other toilets became more difficult. So even at comfortable places, the density would cause me to not be able to void. And that was the reason why I could never really make progress. But then one day, I was pondering about all the thoughts about letting go that I had heard about from meditation. And I went to a toilet at a comfortable place, feeling a bit tense. And instead of forcing myself to pee, I accepted the emotions, which made me feel calmer and made it easier to pee. And then I explained to myself that there was no performance, because I've noticed that paruresis is a large performance anxiety for me. I told myself that I could not win, because if I was able to pee, it was not definitely that I would be able to pee again the next time. And if I was not able to pee, I could just try again later, so I couldn't lose either. And the last thing I would do is, I told myself, I put a positive spin to it. I told myself, do you think you can do it? What if you can do it? And I noticed that I was able to pee. And the reason of that is because by doing all these the tension it disappeared. I let it go by doing these things. And following this principle of you can't win, you can't lose, I also adopted a new mindset. Instead of forcing myself to urinate, I now, when I have to urinate, I go, and if I'm not able to, I just tell myself you can try again later. So I've been using this technique and this new mindset for 2 months. And I've experienced that so far I'm having a positive progress curve. And there are days where I try like 5 times and every single time fail. But then there are other days where I try the same thing and I succeed. And when I succeed, the progress, the confidence that I gain from it, when I keep succeeding at it, I get the confidence from it that sticks, and I make progress. And that's the beautiful thing about it. When I fail, when I keep failing, I don't get this tension build up in me that makes it worse. But when I succeed, I get better. So there is no punishment this way. And that's so beautiful about it. It's just progress. There are some other things that I like to talk about, but I haven't tried them enough to know enough about them. But I'd like to discuss them in another video, if they seem to work as I expect them to. Watch my next video to see how the journey continues. If you like this video, please like, and if you want to see the next video, you can subscribe.